Hi, my name is Nacho, welcome back to the channel. And I love Rube Goldberg machines. I love seeing how people come up with different sequences that work perfectly towards an outcome that some of us anticipate. It's the mesmerizing feeling of inevitability, seeing it work, fully knowing that unless an external force interferes with it, that mechanism will carry on until the end. We've talked a lot about live actions and Rachel Zegler. This woman has run her mouth enough times for me to make a playlist of videos about her upcoming movie. And if you've been here for a while, you know that I like my video topics like I like my cereal. Varied and at different times throughout the night. And now, after an incredible crusade and perfectly sequential series of events that started with Disney announcing in 2021 that María Raquel de la Concepción de Los Ángeles de Montoya Zegler, okay, that's not her real name, I just thought it sounded cooler, the half Colombian, half American, quarter Polish singer-actress that until that point had only had some theater work and a role in the remake of West Side Story to her name.
I'm not Puerto Rican.
I'm not Puerto Rican. Will be playing the role of the OG character that made Disney, Snow White, who, as her name implies, has skin as white as snow, which Rachel does not. But me and race swaps aside, which have been the Disney meta for the last couple of years, the real key element in this flop machine triggering every moving part has always been Rachel and her inability to shut up.
Oh, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
From the dissing of the original source material to the implication of the new girl boss thematic that the movie was going to take, stating that more than who's the most beautiful within the realm, the phrase who's the fairest of them all would mean who is the most just. Which is good in a way, cause who in their right mind would say that Rachel Zegler is hotter than Gal Gadot? Keep the original meaning and this movie would have been really short. To making fun of her male co-star and adding to all that crazy the leaks of what the original dwarves were going to look like, which they try to call the magical creatures of the forest. That's racist. Plus Peter Dinklage, the established short actor, pulling the rug on other short actors, saying that the roles that would perfectly suit short actors like him were demeaning and were setting a harmful stereotype. Yes, people getting paid who are not him, it's a bad thing. Finally, after the fantastic defeat of the Democrats in the latest US elections, and Rachel pretty much wishing 76 million people to never know peace after voting for Donald Trump, Disney finally decided to release the final trailer for the Snow White live action. That's currently sitting at a staggering ratio, and as always, going through the comment section is better than watching the actual trailer, but we're gonna do it anyways. Okay, Rachel is not hot, I'm sorry. Pick someone beautiful. You can set a world record if you manage to jump from one of her eyes to the other.
This was my father's kingdom. A place of fairness, like the queen. Changed everything.
Take him away!
Seriously, she looks like Lord Farquaad.
Majesty.
What did you say?
And you know who that is? That's the Huntsman.
My parents always said this forest was a magical place.
And here's where half of the criticism for this movie can be found. When you're saying that this is a live action, the amount of CGI you should use should either be reserved to the utmost necessary things that can't be made real, like genies, but if you're making everything CGI, what's the point of having a live action? Especially when you see them. Jesus H. Christ. Who made this? After all the trouble they went through, not only did they end up changing from weird looking hoverfucks back to dwarves, they ended up not casting any short actors at all. So that's 7 roles that could have been filled by really good up and coming actors that are now reserved just for voiceovers. And how come I haven't heard anyone say that the voiceover actors don't actually have to look like the characters they're playing? Or could it be because that actually doesn't matter when it comes to voiceovers? This is meant to be a film that kids can watch, and these little fuckers look like titans. And this is what Rachel was saying with the new direction that the movie was taking, cause Snow White is now the leader of the rebellion that charges the castle in a peaceful please stop oil protest, demanding that her people, the Polish, are given back their lands and the queen pay for the reparations. Snow White is now Greta Thunberg. And this is the one thing that I'll give to Rachel, much like Halle Bailey, except for the fact that she has 3 things going on. They both can actually sing.
This is our king.
if she wasn't such a smug brat, I'd probably have less of a problem with her being Snow White. Literally, Snow White Guevara. God damn it. I'm willing to bet that they will change the story to have the prince be the one who bites into the apple in order to have Rachel be the one who wakes him up with the true love's kiss. Even though she doesn't need to, because according to this, she is the true heir of the kingdom that the evil witch usurped, probably by giving her father some really good sloppy toppy and getting the castle in the divorce trial. So if that's the case, she doesn't really need a prince to become queen herself. Slay, so he can be neatly put inside a glass box to live out the rest of his days as a royal paperweight. But I doubt that they will go to such extreme lengths. Or do I?
24. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
By the time of making this video, the trailer for this movie is sitting at 666,000 dislikes. And that, as people have pointed out, is unaffected by the ratio itself, because most people don't have the extension to be able to see YouTube dislikes. This is the byproduct of years and years of letting the wrong people be in charge of making these movies. But the comment section is always hilarious. I'm seeing classics like Disney Invites You and I'll politely decline, and coming soon to theaters near you. Is that a threat? And the level of creativity some people have is fantastic. If this movie was being played on a plane, I would still walk out. The prince kisses Snow White, he sues for harassment. Very modern touch. Disney is gonna make more money from the ad revenue than the actual film, which is probably true. I don't even want to begin to fathom how much the final cost of this movie is going to be. But some people are reporting that it's between 240 and 269 million, making it the most expensive live action ever made. But even that is bullshit. It's way higher than that, and that's not even including marketing. But even if it is that number, this movie has to make at least $500 million to even begin to see a profit, which is another part of this elaborate machine, because it certainly will not. And the final comment that hits the nail on the head is that Disney started with Snow White and it will end with Snow White. Everyone saw this coming, especially Disney, who has been in a battle to fix Rachel's image with the public, making her sit across from Halle Bailey, praising the movie she originally shit on, just to try and rescue the movie from the inevitable box office flop it's racing towards. But despite that, Rachel's true colors always end up coming out, and makes every effort that Disney puts to make this film even have a chance absolutely futile. She said it herself. If you disagree with her opinion, just hit the unfollow, or in this case, the dislike button.
I'm doing my part.
And if you disagree with this sentiment, just hit the unfollow button. I don't need your business. Thanks.
Well, my Colombian chica, your terms are acceptable. But if you watched this point until video, leave us a like, check out this video next for the rest of my videos about the Snow White saga. And as always, I've been Nacho, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.